how in the world y'all stuck with me so much that I was able to add additional people.
Oh boy.
I am 2 players away from literal critical role levels of, like, amount of people in my party.
I'm just going through all this stuff. Alright,
And
so
stream is live, which means... Oh, hell of a recap. So many dead parents, so many dead people.
what the fuck happened?
There was a lot of death.
There were dead parents.
There were dead parents.
What?
I don't remember that part.
Exactly. You wouldn't have.
I feel like I'm getting gaslighted here.
No. Oh, Ophelia. We figured out who Ophelia's dad is.
Oh. Oh, you did. I didn't.
Oh, yeah,
technically.
that's right.
Yeah, Zed,
Nilo.
they literally
Nilo.
had a moment.
Not
Nilo
that it.
figured it out.
Not that it would matter to my character.
Where is Daddy and Mommy
Well, now you're making it weird. Daddy.
Back
V?
in front.
Where is
What's-
your Mommy and Daddy?
Daddy, can I go outside to play?
Zed, where are you're 400 years, like, you're like freaking 300 years old. Where's your parents? They should still be alive.
Probably are.
Where are they?
Don't bring them in this.
Where are they? Zed, let me know what your parents' names are.
No.
Nilo has 2 sets of parents, and I'm using both of them. I need more parents in here.
You stay the fuck away.
What are you, a Disney writer?
He's
only,
kidding, man.
only dads allowed, no moms.
Yeah,
Just like Disney had
exactly.
no mother figures, only strict father parents with controlling aspects about their child's life.
Welcome.
Let me
I
see.
wish I could show you how depressing this chicken is.
You could.
You could
I
do
can't
it
believe my
in
phone
song.
Oh.
Did you say depressing?
Yes.
I guess you could say
How the
that.
hell did you cook chicken to make it look depressing?
Fucking tiny as shit and basically a nugget, but it has bones, so there's barely any meat.
It's chicken wings, Zed.
What a...
So
I
also,
followed the instructions.
also
What
stream
instructions do you
is
follow?
lifesaver.
Uh,
I'll teach you how to cook chicken
Follow the-
later, Saber.
oh, I'll teach you how to cook chicken the Asian way.
I
Know how to cook chicken.
oh yeah, Mom Chi has a lot of really great chicken recipes. I swear, I love her so.
It's not that hard to cook chicken. There's like different ways of doing it.
So
Okay.
Saber,
I followed something that
Right.
lied to me. They were
Okay, I'm
tiny
back.
in the beginning, so I should have figured.
so we were asking Rio, where's Shade's mommy and daddy?
Where are they at?
Yeah, you had to hatch them somewhere.
Meanwhile,
Tell me about these ancient dragons that I can have access to in my game.
I have access to.
Yeah, you idiots forgot to kill your entire race.
Sorry, I actually
Yeah,
have
no,
two
it's
families.
fine.
Fuck you.
It makes sense.
If you think about it, it'd be weird if you didn't. Because you had one family. That means your mom and dad are from the same family.
They currently reside in the shadow plane, far
So-
away from here.
Shadow Plane. I have a lot of teleportation magic in my games.
Huh.
The ancient umbral shadow dragons in the plains of the Shadow Plains. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I waited an hour
Yu-Gi-Oh?
to not make anything. I'm making myself some Ds. Because there's no way I can actually eat this. There is literally nothing to eat.
Hey,
So-
we get to meet Nilo's parents.
Soon. Meanwhile, they were doing a recap of the last session, so it started. I guess technically, Brio, you were the first person who actually started off the session.
And so I had to do the recap
Up to a little bit, yeah.
until a little bit. Ugh, see if I can do it. Uh, yeah, explain things. Shade, they came in to a ritual going on with V's character, and the Fantastic Four, sometimes five. Shade came in, crunched on some crystals, went feral. Everyone was taking care of Fantastic Four. Shade exploded. V ate it. They got Shade a new body. Then it explained.
That was your session. And
That's my part.
technically you did save V from dying, and then he saved you from dying.
Okay, I'll be right back though.
Listen, I would've-
but everyone can be heard on stream.
I
Shade,
would've-
where's Nilo?
I would have murked those guys.
Tied up, no guns, just a singular athletics trip attack. I got this.
Just die.
I had a demon.
Alright. You sounded a lot like me in the beginning.
I had a demon powers. I would have been fine. You
And
get
then-
knocked out.
I do actually have a question for you. Let's see.
After that, Bloom's character, Bloom had their vigil, and then we had Pharaoh, undeterminable creature yet. I don't know how much you want to recap of what happened to you, Turtle. We're talking
So I
metagame
woke up.
here.
I woke up. I was handed some swords, and I was shown the way out by the good innkeeper. Nothing else happened. Don't be suspicious. Nothing else happened.
And then B decided to die. So V decided to die. We had to resurrect him. And the only thing they could figure out how to do that is by using the soul magic, because V's body was so tainted and mechanical that you had to take V's taint in your palm and then push V's taint onto, someone, another body.
Don't question it.
None of that is true.
Keep going.
It's just being weird.
Keep going. Just keep going.
The soul
Keep going.
taint, if you will.
Nope, doesn't help. Just keep going. Move on. Move on.
So after Ophelia had a certain vision of very epic proportions, that was a very, very sad vision. A very, very sad vision. But in that vision, they learned how to reawaken their soul magic powers. And with the power of, since they also kind of used all of their power to kind of use Otari, well, yeah, Otari had to sacrifice himself Iron Giant style.
Superman.
And give all of his soul, use all the soul magic from Otari in the lighthouse, transfer V into his new body, which is still just V. And now we have a robotic V. Has fully metal. Doesn't need to breathe anymore. Unlike everyone else.
Or sleep.
And that may or may not come back later.
No, I've already decided his plan for his not sleeping. He's
He
gonna
just
be.
shuts down.
Nope, I stay on the ledge. And
Finally,
tell
someone to
rumors
keep
story.
watch. Someone to finally keep watch.
You're just gonna brood over
And
that
then,
guy.
after that, they went to the tower. Ophelia specifically wanted to go to the tower. Ophelia found her father there. There was a little bird. Everyone was very confused, but the little bird was there. The little mechanical bird construct, which is apparently their father. And then they had a small chat with their father a little bit. They learned that even though they both have a little bit of hazy memories, one being way too old, and one being very amnesiac, they learned to accept each other for their lack of memories and just were happy that they were together. And then Nilo's egg hatched to the Komodo Toto, the rarest of species of toad. and the boats were approaching shore. And then Zed had a dream that only lasted a very short amount of time, as all dreams start out.
It begins.
Then we actually rewind time to the previous night so people can roleplay.
Oh wait, Nilo's not here.
It's
Like,
okay, because Bloom has a death vigil that needs to be attended to.
Didn't we already do that? I swear to God, we did.
We did, but
Yeah,
it
we already
wasn't
did
enough. There wasn't full enough. Like the only people that mourned Bloom were the NPCs.
The pilot.
I was there and sad.
Does Bloom character? Well, new Bloom.
Actually,
do they
I
actually
was there
remember?
with Bloom, and we commented out this would have been awkward for anyone who knew. And I was like, "You want to ruin it for him?" And they're like, "No."
This is actually Bloom's vigil is actually gonna be attended by NPCs and V and Undertone.
Listen, I've already contributed. Be worried if you call it me. I got the thong song stuck in my head, and I can't stop.
I mean, I was thinking this would be more. I would have my stuff more after once everybody had dispersed, but yeah, that's fine.
Well, we have Zed in the tower. Fox is with you right now. Brio's with Saber. So we move on to Zed in the tower. Zed, do you want to explore that tower a little bit?
Explore the tower by myself. Yeah, sounds like a great idea, Sarda. Who do you take me for?
There's so many ghouls there to help guide you and
Yeah,
show you
you
all the
think
stuff
I
they've
want to
done.
deal with the
I'm back.
Yeah, their towers.
Yeah, we're gonna go deal with the
I
ghouls.
would
by
have probably went
myself.
with them for the tower excursions. That should probably happen.
You can either mourn Bloom or you can go play in the tower. Which is more important to you?
Play in the tower. Go play in the tower.
What is more important to you
It's
right
like-
now?
You ain't telling like
You know what?
you're telling a kid to go play in a wood chipper.
Hold on. Fair. This vigil's so fun. I'll let him go on his own just for the chance to attend another.
It's like you just see them go into the tower and V's like, this kind of sucks. I'm gonna go to the town.
I know they were all happening at the same time.
This is all happening. There was only one night, and the tower was a 4-hour walk, 2 to 4 hour walk away, depending on if you're moping or not.
Joke's on you. I don't have tear ducts anymore. I can't mope.
You can still edge yet somehow.
Wait.
What?
Which kind of editing?
Be edgy. It's the verb of being edgy.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hence-
That's not the edging I thought you were talking about.
Same.
Me three, bud. Me
And I'm
three.
sure it wasn't, honestly.
Welcome to Zerda's stream. I hope you're here to edge.
You gotta live on the edge.
I'm just looking at certain spells and stuff because I want to do stuff.
Is there
Luckily,
an edging
there was-
spell?
It's a little bit close, but it hasn't came yet.
Okay. Someone hit their desk.
I know you can't see it, but I'm currently facing only.
Sorry, that was too much of a setup.
It really was.
Okay, and now we have we could do the tower. See, you did decide to go to the tower. I don't know, Zed, if you wanna.
Do you want me to go in the tower by myself?
Do you want to
Sorry,
talk to the
it's like-
ghouls?
You think I want to talk to the
I mean, if
The
it all
elf?
happened around the same time, it's like
as an
Zed,
elf?
me,
You-
Brio.
You can talk
Yeah.
with Brio. You can
Yeah.
stay with Brio and you can stay with Brio and Nilo and talk with them and let Ophelia go all on her own to a tower with her maybe father.
I feel like- What the fuck is wrong with you? Alright.
What did I do?
I didn't do
Everything
anything.
so far.
I didn't do anything.
Alright, what is everyone's? Alright, what time? We're just. Where are we
This is
starting?
literally the night before the war. This is just a kind of like a
The
small.
night, the night
I
before
don't
the
have
war.
frog yet.
Yeah, you
So
don't
I
have frog
can't
yet.
That way.
I would like to mention that 3 of our characters have died.
Yeah, but remember, it's
Where
canon
are
that
you?
it's canon right now that you're not dead because you wake up
Yeah.
the next morning.
Everything you do, you technically have plot armor right now because you technically can't die because you did technically wake up in the morning to have the dream.
Yeah. I mean, you could technically die and come back to life, or it's just that you're maybe a clone.
Who
of
would do
yourself.
that?
So-
Who would just
Regardless.
die and come back to life?
Wait, they've spoken. They said you have plot armor. Go all the way to the bottom.
no,
Who's gonna stop you?
I have,
Everyone,
God.
what?
you
Who
have
wants to-
4
do you-
hours of plot
Do you want to see what's on the 7th floor set?
No. I already
Yeah,
know
plot.
what's gonna happen. Is like, oh yeah, you have plot armor. You went all the way to the bottom, and you were.
I said you had
replaced
a. I said you had a dream that was awoken very briefly. That's what happened to you and I. I didn't say where you were sleeping to have this dream.
Exactly.
Call him out. Don't be afraid.
No, I'm not you.
Someone who's not me has your back.
Do it. Go all the way down.
Oh no, you do it. You all have plot armor also.
Oh no, I'm in a long conversation right now with Mila.
I was gonna
Easy.
say, we are doing our own thing. Fuck your ideas.
Be the edgelord we know you could be.
You can't have an army of ghouls. They seem to be prepping, as you kind of do see. There does seem to be some ghouls just chilling. They seem to be cleaning up the bog to get it ready in preparation for Belcora's rising. As they finally have amassed enough army that they mentioned that they are planning to take the 6th floor soon.
Oh my god.
They are, and you kind of see them, and they're also standing guard. They were standing guard with Mr. Beak, but you kind of see a few of them in the forest area, and they mention how they have enough people to. They feel like they finally have enough studying and combat prowess to take the 6th floor, so they can have the arena all to themselves. Since they were so graciously shown the arena on the 5th floor. Zed, would you like to go with the ghouls to take over the 6th floor?
Take over the 6th floor. Oh my lord. That's something that
We need
should
them
probably
for war. Be on their good side.
be on their good side.
The
Pick
6th
up this-
floor, I will only give you a small hint. The 6th floor is labeled labs.
Oh no, I want to be at the.
Fun.
Why would
Now I
you
want to be at the tower.
have to go down there? Fucking hell.
You can choose not to do things, but I am saying I'm gonna end up going to Nilo and
Just
Shane.
let me do, and I will decide afterwards.
the elf decides not to go with the ghouls.
The
The
elf
elf
is
They're
becomes a
ghouls.
pussy, got it.
They're little. What you say, Neil?
What? I didn't say anything. I don't know.
Uh,
Also, you see the slug the slug seems to be croaking. He seems to be staring at your egg, Nilo, before he hops off into the water.
It's a weird sentence. Nice egg.
The toad has noticed your egg.
You should keep an eye on that, by the way.
That's fucking weird.
Nilo and Shade, it is your go.
Argo.
Fox.
I was gonna say, Brio, you start because you gotta apologize, and then I can go about them.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
apologize, Brio. You start. You gotta apologize.
I gotta apologize. I have nothing to.
Say that like that isn't the only reason you fucking followed me.
No, that's the exact reason I followed you was to apologize. No other ulterior motive. So
Yeah, none
weird.
at all.
Yeah. So this is like right when we both sit down and they go into the tower then.
This is after Ophelia takes her father into the tower deeper.
Okay, so this is just us.
Yeah.
sit down next to you.
How does a dragon sit? Like a cat with
How-
his legs tucked underneath his arms? Like,
A dog.
does it lay on its side? How does your dragon sit, Shade?
Uh,
You never thought
You
this.
should think about these things.
Why would I think about how my dragon sits?
I would.
Just say they don't sit. Just say that they stand.
They just stand like a dog at attention.
It's just T-pose.
Yes,
Just
how does
towering
it...
over sitting Nilo.
Rio,
No.
is improv your strong suit? I forgot.
No.
Take the upper hand.
That's right.
Tell them.
You did kind of ask me to be like, "Hey, we should figure out what we were going to talk about." I'm just like, nah.
Yep. Improv's not what I'm good at. It's
Take away Zerda's power. Tell him he doesn't sit. He T-poses.
I'm good at combat.
Be the chaotic dragon. You
I'm
know.
good at combat.
Activates combat. We're gonna
Roll for
fight.
initiative. You only communicate through combat, just like the dragon way.
Oh. 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 You actually.
What is
You know
your?
what?
What you have 6 seconds. What is your first 6 seconds you do, Denise?
Like,
Hold on, Zerda. This has opened my third eye. I know what my new
you
character's
make
fault is.
Rio's having a moment. Too much
Rio,
attention
do
was
you
put
want
on
me
him.
to start? Do you need me to like? It's just going to be weird because it's like
Yeah, okay.
The
I know,
colon is
okay.
broken.
The okay. He sits down next to you. Fox was it? Why is there a gold standing there?
They are currently cleaning up the bog to prepare for Gakoa's arrival.
Okay. Yeah, so Shade sits down next to you. I did want to apologize for what happened earlier.
Biting me?
Well, biting you, attacking you, exploding.
Even though I straight up told you, "Hey, I'll worry about you later," and you decided to stop me.
In my defense, I really did not have much control of myself at that point. Kinda came in. I
Why?
was. Well,
Why
that's what I
didn't
was,
you?
that was what I was trying to explain. I was very hungry. I ate some of those crystals. It got me it was more like a fog where I can't really remember all that happened. I remember eating a lot of it. I remember attacking up people, biting you, tasting some very exquisite necrotic energy, and combining with it, feeling like my whole body was raining of energy, exploding, and then waking up to you trying to put your arm in my mouth. So
Why were you there in the first place?
well, while I was there, simple enough. I am an umbral dragon. We eat necrotic things. I was hungry, and I smelt a strong sense of necrotic energy, which I am assuming was in those crystals. Though it was very tainted, tainted necrotic energy.
Okay, so what you're telling me is
Mm-hmm.
that you sense necrotic energy,
Mm-hmm.
ate necrotic energy,
Mm-hmm.
attacked people because you ate necrotic energy.
Yes, it was very tainted. It was a very impure necrotic energy, which made me very unstable. I didn't have control of myself.
So what you're also saying is the necrotic energy I have wasn't.
No, what the type of necrotic energy that you have was pure necrotic energy. Very, very few times have I ever run into something a bit similar to this, and nothing as similar to this quality of energy that I've seen before.
And I would assume
Mm-hmm.
that the only reason you followed me, unless you have other reasons you aren't telling me, was to apologize for doing all of that.
I like to apologize and make amends. I am a dragon. I am a dragon of honor and pride. I will make up for my misdeeds, as well as if you're thinking of ulterior motives. I would like to know more about this necrotic energy you carry and how you acquired such type.
Yeah, before that,
Mm-hmm.
because I could totally believe everything you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
but I need you to do me one favor so that I know. Because whenever I came in, though yes, you were attacking them, for all I know, something could have went wrong, and you were a part of that.
So
So I need you to do me one favor.
now, what is this favor you'd like me to take care of for you?
Show me your
So-
back.
So he's going to just
He's going
look.
to straight up glare at you and just be blank face. Just show me your back. I didn't
Please.
stutter.
He's looking at your face. So you want me to prove I'm not lying, to strip off my clothes. I am hearing you correctly, right?
Did I fucking stutter, Dragon?
The name is Shade, but if that's what it takes, I guess I can't. He's gonna take off his clothes.
Describe how you actually remove your clothes, being a quadrupedal creature.
Just rips it open.
Well, it's
I was gonna say, if you struggle, I can assist you.
Just rips your shit off.
How exactly did you get these clothes on, Brio? How do you get them off?
start. Okay, so he's
With extreme prejudice.
glaring you straight, just looking you straight in the eyes, taking off one piece of clothing after.
How do you take them off?
Well,
Ripping off with your teeth, ripping it off like a dog scratching a collar off. What the
Do
He's
you,
fuck
like-
do you just shake until it comes off?
no, like people, like an actual person taking off their clothes. I have
You-
fucking
you-
hands. I can do shit with
Yeah,
my.
just all you gotta do is say that.
That's
Like,
what I know. I don't know.
Serious.
What else?
Visuals here.
Okay, so
Bro, we opened
So-
a roleplay chat. You're gonna have to be more descriptive. You're-
okay.
So that's what that
So-
check for.
So he starts taking off one pant leg at a time, sliding
They
it
said you're
off.
back.
Well, and it's arm. It's one full set of plate mail. I'm assuming it's just one big set of armor that needs to be taken off individually.
It's a onesie?
Wait, if it's plate mail, that takes like an hour to fully
that
take
takes
off.
it's plate mail that looks like normal
I was-
clothes.
I was
And-
gonna say, if it's taking you this long, I can help. It just Nilo just reaches over
No,
and
no.
just like
As you like reach over, instead of feeling like nice felt and stuff, it's just hard metal. And
yeah.
I
you
didn't know
just see
you
that
were a
look-
chroma dragon.
Nilo just
That's-
like looks at his hand and looks at it. It's just like the fuck.
You see like him like
But he
Like-
he will still grab it because it's like
Mm.
what is it again?
it's plate mail. It's just pure metal armor I'm wearing on.
Because technically, plate mail can still be worn like shirt, so it like comes off
Well-
that way in a weird sense.
Well, isn't it like one? Well, for the way I'm imagining it, for how it would work, it's just one big thing that you have to just take off individually because of how their
Mhm.
body structure.
I have to look at a video on how to.
You look at that. So he's gonna like turn off the glamour effect. So you see that his actual armor is he's wearing He's wearing just very thick, heavy metal plate mail. that it just the armor shifts to. Is it possible? Like on your own.
I mean,
So
technically, yeah.
he's gonna say this is gonna take a second. So as he undoes like multiple straps on his side.
It's only 4 minutes to don hastily for
Okay.
foreplay. It's only 4 minutes to don hastily.
To don, how long to doff?
It's
though?
1d. It's 1d4 plus 1 to put to remove. It's 1d4 plus 1 to remove. If the character has help, cut this time in half.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Nilo would help.
It's gonna take 2.5 minutes.
There was a 2.5 minute period of helping him remove clothes.
There, you stripped the dragon off.
Nilo
Yes.
just like silently just searches your back just to make sure there are no markings that he recognizes from like fire markings and stuff.
You
Is
see that it's
there
just
is there any scars or birthmarks on your back?
scars of birthmarks. Uh, on his actual body. How would you describe explosion marks? Explosion scars?
I'm sure I can actually look it up. I'm sure that's a thing. Whenever
Most
it comes to,
likely,
like artists.
it would be a shredding of the scales off into a dark raw coloring underneath it that would be similar to whatever your skin underneath the scales would be, with extreme like indentations
Indentation.
into your back that have scar tissue filled in on it, and it
Okay.
looks like sinewy and like
Okay.
strained kind of a
Okay.
thing.
Straight coloring. I mentioned like big, indented marks, but instead of it being his normal black color of scales, it's a slight pulsing light blue instead. Is what you would see.
Nilo just like stares at your back, just trying to focus and make sure there's nothing else there.
Roll
As he
perception.
just-
Roll perception. I'm like,
What in God's spills?
yeah, it's
31. You are sure that there was no evil symbols on his back that are related to the
Yeah,
war.
Yeah,
at least
okay.
you don't know if there's any other symbols on.
We ain't talking about that. Neo, after he like stops looking, just like sits back and puts his back against the wall again, and just sighs. And he's just like, "Okay, I believe you." But what's your
Oh.
game here, Shade?
Let me get these just so they can see.
Just so they can see it. Let's go. What exactly do you mean by that? Can I get your name? I don't know if you said your name yet to me. Has Mila said their name yet to me?
Probably.
We'll just say no. We'll just
No.
say no because there's no genuine interaction, but you've probably heard it occasionally.
No, I just to be open with each other. I've told you my name. I've shown you my back. The least you can do for me is tell me your name. I think
Nilo.
that'd be fair. Mila, what exactly do you mean by my game here? I've told you exactly. I want to apologize. And my family was a very proud, honorable race of dragons, and even a slight such as this, a mistake that I have made, I would like to make right. And I've told you that also. I am interested in this very pure necrotic energy. I just that's my interest. I don't know exactly what you mean by my game here. I have been very open with you.
Nilo's listening, but he's also watching these ghouls just start leaving the fucking tower.
Are you gonna actually have me go explore the tower by my lonesome?
Oh, is there actually? Oh, there's no walls there. Oh, I forgot to remove the walls. I thought I was being sneaky.
No, you ain't.
Gotta be sneaky about all the girls.
That and also that once they leave that area anyways, I would still see them.
I know, but I thought I was spawning them in right here as I was making them leave.
Yeah.
I still need to fill the floor with them even more. Shade, you just see a bunch of undead ghouls just begin to leave the tower. Casually, not in a rush, just casually.
Hmm. A lot of
I
ghouls
guess what
around.
I mean is, what are your motives? What are things that you want to do? I guess I don't.
Things I want to do. What's like what my goal is, what I'm interested in. A little bit more specific, please.
I swear to God, if you're going to treat me like the spiders have, I'm going to beat you.
Wait,
That is
don't.
in character. No context, just that is in character.
I have. Please, I don't want to fight you anymore. I have told you.
Okay,
Open,
put it back.
open
Put
with
it
you.
back.
What? Oh,
You just
I'm
see a
sorry, that's fine,
giant.
put it
You just
back.
see a giant bug that seems to be freshly hatched. That seems to be accompanying a ghoul as they seem to be going off into the woods together.
Nilo
see-
just shivers at the side. Is like, ugh, ugh.
You see the bug. The bug goes off to the forest.
Nilo just shakes off. No, okay. So what I mean is, besides the whole necrotic bullshit, there really was no real reason you had to apologize. I'm gonna be blatantly honest here. There was no real reason for you to apologize. We were going to just leave you alone. You
Well-
weren't a threat anymore.
Well, as I have told you, I'm not even gonna watch that. What the? Why is
You just
more?
see you just see a giant scorpion being bitten by two ghouls as they go off into
The
the
danger
woods.
puppy, no, come back.
It's getting worse and worse. I'm going down there. Fuck y'all.
They seem to be collecting in the forest for some reason.
Oh, we're gonna have to check on that in a second.
It's like imagine it just gets worse and worse. Like, if it keeps
Nilo's
going,
exhausted, so he can't really do much.
you just see like
he
a whole
needs
cave
rest.
full of like orphan children just go.
Nilo knows everything that is currently leaving.
I'm just watching these to go by in the background, watch behind Nila's head. Actually, I'm
Nilo
actually.
is like, as soon as the scorpion passes by, he's just like, and there goes the danger puppy. And then
You know, I'll ask you about this later. But as I've said, I've been fully truthful with you.
I'm not saying you haven't. I'm just.
As I said, us dragons, especially my type, Umbral dragons, are proud defenders of the Umbral realm, well, Shadow realm. I forgot what it's called. I'm just gonna say Shadow realm for now.
It can
And-
be. We can
That
go
way.
full Yu-Gi-Oh. It's okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just do it. It's funny.
The Shadow realm. We are pride protectors. We take care of undead that normally cause issues with either the Umbral realm, in the Shadow realm, or on. I'm just gonna say Earth because the Pathfinder version is called. And I came here, was hungry, starving, haven't eaten a Necrotic in a long time. Want to take care of it. I am coming here to right my wrongs, and it seems like I'm gonna assume as the it's a lighthouse that is right next to us, right? Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what the structure is. It was like, do I get like the necrotic vibes from the lighthouse?
At this exact moment, no,
No,
none. Because
no.
all of it was for some reason all the daily energy of the power of the tower seems to be gone.
Concern, but not in character. Just I want to right my wrongs, and I have great interests in this necrotic energy that you carry.
I'll make you an offer.
And what is that offer?
I will tell you more or show you more about it.
Mm.
If, to keep an eye on you,
Mhm.
you join our party and join the war.
Oh
Sure.
boy.
Wow. Join your party and join the war. Well,
That is all I request.
he like thinks it over for a second. You know, I've been thinking, yes, seeing as they're Yes, I will take that offer. I think
Okay.
I'll really think about it.
Nilo offers his hand.
He offers his claw as well to shake.
Okay. So, from here on out,
Mhm.
you will be a part of this party. You will work with us, and you will be treated as an equal, but I will be keeping an eye on you, just as caution.
It's discussion. Well, I thank you for this offer. Well, I hope we do form a little bit more trust between each other, seeing as how this all started this meeting. I do hope there is a way to form a little bit more trust since we're going to be working with each other. No.
Yeah.
No. So,
Nilo just rubs like his nose bridge and is just like, yeah.
See a
I
skeletal kobold just run by you.
what?
Just a purely animated skeleton kobold that just
We need
runs
to
past
figure
you.
out what the fuck is going on.
You guys really do need to figure out what the hell's going on.
Nilo tries to stand up,
Mhm.
kind of stumbling a bit,
No,
and
shade.
just yeah, it's like
Combat.
he just
Mm.
cause you're sitting, right?
Yeah, but he's kind of like.
How
I did post the image of like how he says where it's like wadding him down, kind of with all four. I
so
mean, repost.
would you say how tall would he be?
If he,
Like
he's like 6 feet when he's like on all fours, so I'm gonna say like that, probably like around that height when sitting. So just kind of
damn, I couldn't do a funny. Okay.
to the fun. If he will help you up. I see. You're still a little bit tired and out of energy since a lot's happened, I assume.
No, but we need to figure out what's going on with these schools.
Mhm.
Neil is actually yeah, this one. Neil is actually going to try and go over to this one and ask questions.
Perfect. We will get to that in a moment
Cool.
because we have a funeral to attend to. A turtle.
Ah!
You and Undescript need to roleplay the situation. As you do see as well, they seem to be talking. Yin, some of the local druids, Bloom is a potted plant, and others seem to be around a beautiful forest altar that seems to be kind of. Normally, you would imagine an altar that would raise up off the ground to like put something on a pedestal, but instead, it's almost the exact opposite. Was as if the entire like altar area seems to lead down into a small little kind of like circle area where the plant is like potted, and then like they put the potted plant in the actual soil itself so that it allows the most amount of roots to the deepest possible amount of area to give it its best chance of growing into the biggest tree it can.
Farah kind of just walks down and kind of like one of the most like random kids that are there and just kind of bumps him on the shoulder and just goes, "Ha, I used to be in that." And then just keeps walking. Um and then she kind of looks at the lemon plant that started growing here and kind of takes one of her kind of now almost fleshy but like rubbery almost because of the skin of the ghost pepper plant kind of like rubs around the lemon. She just kind of looks at it for a second, just goes, Well, okay. That's that was me. That's not me anymore. So, how do I want to go from this? She kind
See,
of climbs up into the tree a little bit and just hangs off one of the lower branches for a little bit, just kind of sitting with the tree.
you see the various kids begin to lay several things at the altar. They clearly came from more, well, less rich families, so the things that they were placing seem to be like one seems to be placing like a personal, like some sort of toy, like straw doll that they either made or someone has made for them. You see another person making kind of like it's also like a doll, but it's made out of like various vines and such. And they seem to be placing it there, and they seem to be kind of praying, mentioning something about how the nature goddess should watch over them and make their fields grow and the trees bloom and the flowers grow big and strong and petals and many, many, many petals. And they don't really understand the concept of what's going on, but they do their best to leave whatever offerings they can to the altar as they kind of step down a little bit. One of them began to yawn a little bit as it is nighttime, but the father does seem to place the hand on the shoulder of the one that's yawning, and he just kind of just gives him a small pat.
Do I see the one that's like kind of plant-like?
Yep. You see the one, she seems to be spending the most amount of time as she just seems to be staring like directly into the plant. You're not really too sure what's going on in their head, but they seem to be the most affected out of everyone else there. There doesn't really seem to be an emotion high or strong or like anything. It just almost just seems to be like almost like a contemplation, like a first like true contemplation someone really has in life growing up. they
She's
just
gained
kinda-
consciousness.
She just kind of stares at it, and you see her holding in her hand. She kind of has in her palm a little seedling that looks to be a lemon seed, and you just see her holding in her palm as you see a small bit of energy and just kind of life energy just kind of swirls around as the wind itself forms around her hand, and she seems to be trying to make it to grow, but is seeing nothing more than the wind just kind of picking it up a little bit and dropping it back in her palm. So you just see her without even any facial expressions at all. She just clenches it and breathes a second and then tries again.
I'm gonna hop down and come over to her and just kind of looking probably a little bit up. Farrah is a little bit taller than Bloom, but still 3'6" is not necessarily bigger than some kids. And she'll kind of look up at her and just go, like with all things, it takes time. And if you rush it, you don't always get the right outcome. You have to give it time to manifest and tend to it and let it grow. It's the only way for it to, well, bloom.
She just kind of looks at the sea and says, like, what happened to me is it was rushed as well, and if there was more time, maybe she wouldn't have left. Just see her, like, she seems to be almost having, like, the most focused face in the world, but you can tell that she's also seems to be holding back a little bit something in her eyes. Have to, if you just a little bit, well, if we just had more time, just, if I had more time, if they had more time to perfect what they were doing, if I had more time to not fail in what I was doing, and I just need more time.
They made a choice. Time, whether you had it or not, you have to make every second count. You have to look at the world and say, yeah, I'm going to go do something. Because suddenly it might just be gone. You have to be willing to try to make every moment and be very present with yourself to be able to work with that. You were given more time. Your clock was not allowed to run out. So cherish that. Don't squander it. You look like you got some new gifts, and Farrah kind of cocks her head a little bit at the seed. And that's okay. It's going to take you some time to learn and to master it, but you have that time now. You're not in a rush anymore. And whether you could go back and change it or not, they'd probably do it the same way again if they were given that option. They knew what they were doing.
You just kind of see her clenching the seed in her hand, and then you see her try to focus more and more. And does they were supposed to? I thought they were earth of water, but all I can do is just you kind of see a little bit of like wind that seems to be like picking it up. I don't know why, but I have this wind about me. It's like I just want to. No, I don't know why I have this wind something about myself, but it's refreshing. But she just kind of clenches back, seeing I wanted to be like her. I wanted to be able to grow things, but all they seem to do is just blow air around.
Well, how do you think seeds travel? They have to have something to help them, get from point A to point B. A lot of times when, say like a forest fire happens, the pine cones will explode and the seeds will rupture from there. The wind is what carries those seeds and plants new trees. It doesn't mean that you're not important in the whole situation. Wind, water, earth, fire, they all have an aspect of play in nature. That's why they kind of seem to pop up a lot of time.
You kind of see her, and she looks down at the seed, and she'll kind of see her close her eyes a second, and you'll see a little bit of tears begin to like roll down her face, though she keeps that kind of almost that stern demeanor. And through a small, like she'll take a very small inhale, and then she'll just exhale almost in like a whistle. And you'll see as without even her eyes open, you just see a gust of wind just take the seed from her palm, and it just floats and moves away in the distance somewhere else. And then she closes her palm again, opens her eyes, looks at her palm, and it's gone now.
Doesn't mean that you have to forget it.
Kind of see her just staring at her palm. I don't even want to open my palm because then I'll see it's gone. I don't want it to be gone.
Things change and grow and die, and I know it's hard and we want to hold on to that past, but at the end of the day, I mean, everybody has so much time in this world, and once their time card is punched, I mean, that's that.
You see with a loud, just with a very heavy exhale, she kind of opens her palm a little bit and just staring at where the seed once was. She just begins to break down a little bit more. But it seems like it's a more of a release of stress than it is of distress. I'll make the
It's been a
best
long day.
of time. I'll make the best of time. Just you watch. Watch.
I bet I will. No, it's been a long day. You guys probably all should get back to town and start getting some rest.
I'm gonna see the father place his arm on his daughter's shoulder. And Aye, Hilda. There's let the druids take it from here. It's far enough and we got so much to do in the morning. I'll take you back to the families. The least I can do is make sure everyone's safe. Keep watch over you. He'll take all the children to... So that's not here yet. He'll take all the children back to the town. Not Blue Mill. Wrong child.
Goodbye, Bloom!
Wrong child. Also, you just see the bones of like a toy that seem to be almost fertilizing the soil itself, as they seem to be memorializing him as well. Letting the bones decompose into a more natural state. And with that, you hear a loud howl in the distance, as from rushing all the way from the north end, you see some people you may not recognize. They wouldn't recognize you anyways. You see, Neva and Owlie. Neva seems to be riding the owl. His draw seems to be running alongside the wolf on all fours. Oh my gosh, you're really not sure how he's managing to do that so well, but he seems to have it mastered down. As you see them kind of swoop in, Neva immediately going for the altar and landing directly on the soil where Bloom is. Oh god! I don't know how it happened. I only left for a little bit. Where'd our friend go? Bloom? Bloom? Bloom?
Farrah kind of just walks up to her and just goes, Bloom is gone.
But I was only gone for like a few days. What happened? Why did she go away so fast? I only got here.
There was a situation that required a sacrifice, and she was willing to make it.
Well, if she's a plant, she'll just grow back, right? I've seen her grow back before. She's been healed up many times.
Her spirit has moved on. Can't heal from something like this.
Kinda looks down at the plants. In the Feywild, lots of plants come back and then go and then come back and go. There's a lot of crazy things that happen in the Feywilds. Maybe your spirit's somewhere over there. Maybe I could go back to the Feywilds and find it.
Maybe. I doubt it.
Well, I'll just have to keep looking then. Gonna see Joel show up. Joel not really knowing Bloom very much, but he seems to be chilling here as he understands that this was important to Neva. This odd. Same would happen to the little one. One of the druids sent a bird out to where we were staying to let us know. They figured that Neva would want to know. So I brought her here.
It's good. I'm glad she was here.
I'm just gonna see. Bloom, it's okay. It's okay, Bloom. Plants grow and die all the time. It's a life cycle. I've been in the Feywilds for so long, I've seen so many things die and come back. You'll be just fine, Bloom, I promise. This seemed to be talking to the plant.
Farrah just kind of sets a hand on her shoulder and just then just takes the hand off and kind of shakes their head and turns around.
She looks over to Joel and says, Dog, can we sleep with the druids tonight? I want to see Bloom in the morning. You see, Joel says, "Aye, that we can. That we can do." You just see, the owl just begin to perch on one of the trees nearby as Ineva begins to just kind of sit next to it. Bloom, whenever you get good, whenever you feel like yourself again, we can go to the beach and you can show me all that water stuff you wanted to show me. I've been practicing my magic a little bit and I can't wait to show you one day.
Farah just kind of whispers under her breath, just maybe we'll finally be able to go get those seashells we always talked about.
She just seems to be sitting next to the tree. She says, I've been alive for a long time. I don't mind waiting a little bit longer for you, Bloom. She just kind of sits there a little bit as the owl finds his perch. It's late at night. Joel will go back with the druid. Say, they still got my old bed here. You see the three druids said, I've already got your bed all made up. Come on. And you'll go with the druids.
Is the innkeeper, I forget her name, Yenna?
Yen, yep, she's here.
Yen, is she
She's
still
been
there?
silently watching all of this.
I'll kind of sneak my way over to her. Or just kind of get up next to her and just... How many times has the town had to come together for something like this?
Just kind of, she looks a little bit and says, what I've seen, we haven't had much trouble since I started the town. It's been mostly peaceful. But, well, peace always has to come to an end eventually. It seems that with the tower reactivating, whatever's causing this war wants to probably take advantage of that. We've been doing nothing more than make sure the town's been successful as much as I can, but the tower's always been a bane. Once that activates, I knew someone would want to be here again. Just didn't know it would happen so soon. I was hoping to get to it before, well, one else did. And she just kind of looks very thoughtfully down at Bloom, as you see, seem to be talking in your own silence.
Very sad.
She kind of looks over to you, and she says, I feel like this war is only going to escalate until, well, we finish going through that tower and getting, well, it restored. We have to stop, well, she seems to be almost very conflicted about how much she wants to say, but she says, we need to make sure that tower is cleared out and make sure we can actually use it again. Or at least stop them from using it.
Kind of looking at her, I'll just go, I understand. Hopefully, Ophelia will help us get all the answers we're looking for.
She gives a, as you mentioned her name, she just has you see a soft smile on her face. You know, she's had a rough childhood, I'm sure. She's strong. I'm sure she is, and hopefully she'll be stronger than I. Just gonna give her.
I doubt that, but who knows? She might surprise us.
She always has. She just kind of, just make sure that she's brave. Best thing I can say to you. Make sure that she has enough confidence. Make sure she maintains being brave. What she always needed most.
Yeah, I'll make sure to help her out where I can.
Thank you. And until I know, I'm not really too sure what to call you yet, but I still say thank you, even if I don't know too much about you. I still say thank you.
I think I know what name I want to go by.
It'd be my honor to call you that.
I will. I think I'll go by Farah.
Kind of gives you a genuine smile as she kind of crouches down a little bit to be at your eye level. She says, Farah, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
With that, the night ticks on.
I'm gonna stay with Bloom for the night, and what I want to do is kind of halfway through the night, I'm gonna pull out the staff,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna taking the short swords that I have, cut some nicks into it that are going to kind of help help the staff like flex, and then grabbing one of the water droplets off the top of the staff because it kind of has this ever flowing like waterfall situation, grabbing a bead of that water and pulling it down the bottom of the staff and creating a bowstring out of it, um and then kind of carving and just spending some time carving different scenes and depictions of waves on the handles of this new bow.
With that, you just see Yen look over to you and says, "Yeah, this is the least I can do. Is consider it a consider it an advancement. It's for your help. She will run her if you allow. She will ask to see the bow for a second.
Sure.
As you see her grab the bow, she seems to be running her palm along the wood, as if she is feeling it for all of its nooks and crannies. And then you just see her with a soft voice say, "There." And she hands it back to you. And your bow seems to have just a little bit of soul magic built into it.
Ooh.
It now has the rune. It's the Ghost Touched rune. Find it later, but it is the Ghost Touched rune.
I don't know how to add runes to items, but I know what you're talking about.
It deals additional damage to ghosts.
Yeah, pretty much.
If you ever find something in your encounters that their soul doesn't exactly want to let go of this world, this will help carry them on a little bit. She gives you kind of a mischievous smile.
Oh, the poetic irony.
With that, we have Nilo and Zed. And apparently, where the hell is V?
Oh my lord, that's a good question. Where the fuck am I?
Is V playing League of Legends yet?
No.
V?
Just look. No,
V.
what
Yeah,
are
what
you
is
doing,
that?
V?
And I'm apparently at the vigil since we rewound
I'm also
time.
apparently stuck in a combat.
Do you
zone
want to
with
make a comment on the vigil, or are you just super chill?
I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know where my character is on this whole thing.
They would be
Oh.
by the sigil.
Oh, we really are stuck in combat. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we initiate in combat. We have to now fight each other. It's used.
See who's the strongest.
There can
Yes,
only
V.
be
Would
one.
you would see
That's-
all of this happening with everyone except the private conversation between Yin and Farah. But your character would be at the vigil. What are they doing at the vigil? Unless they would like to go off and do something.
Well, no. I was at the vigil. I made my comments before, so I'll stick to that. That was funny.
Can you remove the combat, please?
I'm not on
Okay,
the
wait.
scene.
I am. Oh,
Hmm.
okay. So I guess I'm just not over here. Even though for some reason I'm over here.
Okay.
Like,
I guess V is going to remain doing what he's doing. I will remove the combat. I didn't realize that. I thought combat would travel between maps. It doesn't. There you go.
no,
There.
move freely now.
After a while, you would notice that Ophelia just seems to be just needing some alone time with their father, Ariel, as you leave them be.
So I see that you haven't eaten Nilo.
Yeah. What brings you back?
Mhm.
I just leaving Ophelia to themselves
That's
for a
fair.
little bit.
We need to talk to the ghouls.
Yeah.
Mm.
So he looks over the
Because I keep
shoulder.
seeing shit leave the tower. We need to talk to them.
He said something about labs.
I'm just
Mm.
gonna.
Mm.
Nilo tries to walk on his own for a second and just only gets 5 feet. Just like, I
Mm.
can't.
Mm. Are you a bit tired? It does seem you're quite worn out and exhausted.
Are you drained?
I am very drained. I've been running around for hours.
Well, I'm out of rabbits, so
No, you're not a rabbit.
I said I'm out of rabbits. By the way, have we met before?
I'll admit. You just don't think so, but maybe we have met before. As he holds that claw, I am Shade. I was just talking to your friend here, Nilo, and trying to make amends for what happened earlier.
He's part of our party now, so I can keep an eye on him. And part of war.
Terry
Yeah.
will hold out a gloved hand and
God,
just
you're
give a
such a
gentle firm shake.
Just look at like pause for a second,
And
looks over at Nilo.
stupefy, really?
Nilo absolutely constantly just rings
Like,
it.
suddenly, a storm just starts. Rain clouds starts brewing over
Jesus
Nilo's head.
Christ.
You can just feel like the bullshit that's going on with Nilo right now. Just like,
Are you
yeah,
alright?
we need to talk to the ghoul.
Yeah. Yes.
Don't worry, that's normal.
And that's normal. Okay.
When has this been normal?
And then, what is your name? I have a question. L.
Teriel.
Tyrion. Yes. My name is Shade. At this point, he has put back he has put his clothes back on, and they do look like they were before. It does not show his armor. By the way, he is not naked still at this point.
You sure
I
about that?
see that.
Yes.
I see
Yes.
that you have been quite promiscuous. Nilo.
Have they checked your bacterial?
That's a good
No.
Tyrion. Tyrion.
Ariel?
There.
You never asked.
Nilo's too exhausted to deal
And
with
you're
you.
here. Yeah, as you see, is like you're very tired and worn out. Here. To show a little bit of
Enfeebled,
trust.
paralyzed, flat-footed, stupefied,
Why am I
sickened.
stupefied?
Dead.
It's perpetual.
Your thoughts and instincts are clouded.
You're.
Fascinated? Fa-
Wait, you're
Is
fascinated
that
by?
fascinated?
I don't think so.
You are focused on. You are compelled to focus your attention on something. You are focused on the ghouls. You are fascinated by
Okay,
the
so
ghouls
yeah,
walking
I'm
by.
okay with that. Okay.
Speaking of
Okay.
fascinated.
Not gonna lie, if no one helps him, he is going to literally crawl over to the ghoul.
Alright, I'll pick you up.
Shade's gonna pick you up with one arm.
You're gonna let Neela ride your back.
I wouldn't want you to,
What?
You're gonna let Neela ride your back.
I
I
wouldn't
was
want
gonna
to dishonor your pride, Nilo.
You
I
have
promise
the
I
Let
strength.
Nilo ride you.
I do have the strength to just pick Neil. So just hold them up with one.
Roll me in
Like-
athletics.
Roll your athletics. I can't become master in athletics. I'm hero pointing that.
Oh,
The fact that it's a 16 on a 1 is
I
hilarious.
swear to God.
Just like, I got this, immediately drops you.
Every time.
I'm a master.
I didn't go master. I'm a master in intimidation, not in athletics.
I'm a
The
master.
only thing I got master in, I think, is like reflex.
Yeah, fair enough. As he's like, instead of grabbing at your head, he's gonna pick you up by the shoulder instead of grabbing your head. He's like, that's a bad location to grab you. Picks you up. It's like, you seem very, very, very tired.
Yeah, and I swear to God, I will fight you if you like do anything stupid.
To
Just
be
push
honest,
me
I
over
think
to the
I
goal.
I think you're very worn out to be in another fight.
You say that. I'm gonna beat you up anyway.
Like, look,
Nilo,
Yeah.
you're drunk. Let's go.
you're drunk. Go. Yeah.
I wish I was drunk. Fuck, it'd be better than this headache. Okay.
Yeah. Carries Nilo over to Ghoul.
Nilla like looks at the ghoul, kind of like swaying like side to side, and just like, you. What's happening right now with y'all?
The girl kind of looks up and says, Nilo, yes, I've heard of you from the others. They've been mentioning your name a few times. Great inspiration, by the way. Really appreciate it. The kind of says, well, the tower seems to be out of energy, so can't really do anything else we were planning, so we went out to look for supplies. We've been trying to take over the 6th floor of the tower, and we're getting ready to take it over, so we just needed some extra supplies for it. We're gonna see if we can find some wood, probably some more wood, maybe some poison in the swamp. Gotta get some tools and
The
stuff.
tower is out of energy.
What
How did that
exactly?
happen?
Like,
What do you mean
how
about?
are you? No, you know.
Sorry to cut in here. You said the
Meanwhile,
tower is out of energy. What type of energy is this? Out of curiosity.
negative energy.
It's the most
Negative
powerful energy
energy.
possible.
Necrotic.
Powerful
soul.
negative energy.
It's
Quite
soul
intriguing.
energy.
What this solar energy was the same thing that Nilo had in though.
Oh, it's soul energy? What?
So
You're gonna say, yes, yes. Whenever I first came to the tower, it was the first thing they showed us. It was so impressive, I decided to become a ghoul right there.
What's with
The,
all of y'all just like, yeah, that's cool. I'll just change my life forever.
they kind of lean in close to you, and you like, have a little bit of like necrotic on their breath. They're just like, look, we came from a very, very well. Let's just say we're refugees from. Well, the war's been very bad over there, so we didn't really have much
Okay.
place to go. We got offered infinite food and free food, and we had infinite life, and well,
So
they
you're-
said there was a huge soul tower, so Meg, I'm
So-
chilling. I'm just a peasant. Look, I
So-
grew cabbages. They burned
Yeah,
my
point.
cabbage carts. They burned my cabbage field. They burned all my cabbage related. I caught so many cabbages, but no, they all burned it to the ground. So now I'm here. Now I'm a ghoul, and now I don't have to worry about the cabbages.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, no, I fully get it. I
Mhm.
fully understand.
Do you think that piece of shit priest has anything to do with the Outlight losing his power?
All I know is y'all came running in here with some big old bone guy. Suddenly, I heard from Gary that there was y'all running in here. Next thing we know, power's out of energy and someone's walking around a giant empowered bone golem. And then we lost all our
Alright.
energy for the day.
For the day. Uh-oh.
Mm.
Okay, so it probably was
Yeah.
what we did. Okay, I
It'll be
understand.
soon enough.
Uh,
And it kind of looks up at the very top of midnight, whenever the moon's in the sky and is fullest. That's whenever the energy comes back to the tower. It's like it resets to the previous day or something.
So every day this tower gets refilled with this soul energy, you say?
Yeah, we're not really too sure what causes it, but it seems to be the exact same time every day. It's like some grand plan is resetting the tower over and over to make sure it's full of energy again.
Do
See,
you know if Mary and her sisters are on the third floor?
Oh no, they've moved down. They've taken over the fourth floor now. Lots of soul energy. There's another area on the fourth floor. Huge energy area. Big old area. We
Hmm.
kind of took over all the creatures that were there. Some of them went peacefully. Some of them didn't. Some of them are ghouls. They all become ghouls if they resist anyways. That's kind of the ghoul way.
It
Hmm.
all becomes
Okay.
rules that they resist
Interesting.
anyways.
So is it because of this soul energy you all became ghouls then? Or
Oh no. I just was here selling cabbages. After I came here, they promised me. It was a little bit creepy seeing the little guys come up, but they seemed to found some sort of, well, we're not really calling them clothes on the other floors, but they managed to put on some sort of outfit, and I'm like, sure, I got nothing else to go for in my life right now, so I came over here. And it's been a lot better. I don't have to worry about, well, sleeping as much. Imagine never having to be tired again. Fantastic feeling,
So-
I'll tell you what.
So, what
Yeah,
do you
I
plan on
wish
doing
right
now
now.
with all your time and not being able to, not having to eat? Or
Well,
sleep?
they said that in order for us to continue to remain ghouls, that we need to help Belcor or something. I'm not really who she is, but they said we need to get Belcor from the 10th floor and put him in the body. And then once they're resurrected, then they'll be able to take care of us.
Hmm. You should probably focus on a more short-term goal than long-term.
Yeah, and this is my short-term goal. You see him literally just like picking up various like herbs and plants or whatever he can find on the ground.
What are you doing with all those plants, anyways?
Well, I hear there's a lab on the 6th floor. One of the other ghouls mentioned that he went down there, and we're gonna see if we can't come up with some really crazy stuff. Maybe it'll help us on the lower floors. But with the whole lab on the 6th floor, we're gonna try getting as many herbs as possible. So we put a huge scouting party together to get every single, at least one of every kind of plant in the entire area around here. And we're gonna all take over the 6th floor and go to the lab. And then maybe I can maybe have like a cabbage growing spell where I can grow it on like burnt soil.
That would
Milo?
actually be really efficient.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Have you
but
been to the 6th floor yet, Nilo?
no,
think
we've
we-
only been to the 5th, and we didn't even get that far.
Alright.
We literally entered Gaeltari and left.
Should we
We
check
need
it
to
out?
talk to Mary and just figure out what's going on. And then
Who
we'll
is
go to
Mary?
the other floor. But we need to talk to Mary first.
Who is Mary?
Mary is one of the head ghouls, the one who I've specifically been talking to.
Mhm.
I can go get Mary if you
Thank
want.
you, sisters.
That would be
That-
great.
Yeah.
You see him go off, and well, you can talk amongst yourself a little bit. Really, they spend like about maybe 30ish minutes getting Mary.
Oh,
Dead
okay.
silence, like staring
Hmm.
at Nilo.
Nilo
Don't
stares.
look at me, okay? It was a mistake, I admit. I'm sorry, but I can't do anything now.
Refugees
Only I
from a
know
war.
I know they're definitely from enemy.
They could have been, potential allies.
They still can, but we need to figure it out and how to make a deal and a compromise.
A deal and compromise. Compromise with what exactly?
Compromise with them. We need to figure out because there's the only thing we can do now. Though I fucking hate war. The only thing that I believe that we can do now is try and recruit at least some of them, so that one we can. Honestly, I just need to make sure that they just don't destroy more shit that they aren't supposed to. because there's no way we can kill them. The only thing we can really do is just work with them and hope they do the same.
I mean,
And I need to talk to the person they're planning on doing the whole Belcora thing with, anyways.
honestly, I think their goals are somewhat. Their
Mhm.
intentions are good, but their methods and goals are misaligned.
Is trying to align them, that's going to be hard. Because they've also been doing all of this on their own with random books they keep finding in the tower, which are not great books.
And speaking about of Belcora, I do believe Ophelia might be related to Belcora. Whether
Which,
they are a fragment of the soul, a time traveler, or a descendant of some sorts, a reincarnation.
if that's the case, I don't believe she knows anything at all. So, if anything, we just need to help her. I don't.
I think it would be very important to tell her.
We need to actually give her more information, but I'd rather not force it on her. I'd rather her ask first.
Ophelia,
Yes.
I think it's very important to be truthful about.
No, I know. But I'm saying, like,
Just
I'd
thinking of
offer
them.
it, but I'd rather. I don't want to, like, overstress her if she genuinely doesn't know anything. That's a lot of information that could also be false,
It could be false, but it could be also true, and it's
but we
best
don't
to.
know. But we're just going to give her the information, try and see if it helps her at all remember. But we'll
I
worry
think it
about
would be
that.
better to tell her about it, even if she might not be prepared for it, than to try to put it under the rug like some other things.
I mean, I'm not. Okay, with the goals, it was different. But also, you're right.
See one of the girls riding a giant fly that's very multicolored, and he just seems to be flying off in the distance.
And there goes our pet fly.
Ah,
How many goals are there in that tower?
Who knows at this point?
I was quickly
I
counting.
I was
Yes.
right. They they essentially multiply really fast.
758, 756.
They aren't that many, but they're at least probably near the hundreds now. In the tower itself, though, it's less. But as a collective group, it's surely around 100 now.
I mean, eradicating them wouldn't be an issue because I believe most of them are not skilled, but
Mm.
ones that
They
are
aren't
would
skilled
be.
yet, but at the same time,
Mm.
there's so much going on. I don't think there'd be
Yeah.
any other way than just getting them involved with what's going on and trying to compromise. Because
Oh, sounds
even like
great.
you said, it's like they have weird intentions, but they aren't trying to actually, like, I
They
don't know,
believe Belcora to be their messiah and savior.
Mm.
essentially.
And Belcora, as far
And they
as we
don't
know
at
of,
least seem to be turning anyone against their will.
but they
It's
have been
just,
very deceitful in their methods.
yeah.
And I would say that we don't even know if the original Belcora, if it is an ally or an enemy.
Mm.
But
And going based off of other clues from Left Behind, I would say that if they are an enemy, we are in grave danger.
yeah.
Hmm.
No, I don't disagree with you. It's just I don't know how else to deal with it. I don't know how else to take care of it.
Hmm. And see that that one's supposed to be camouflage. It's like
Stay the hell away from me.
I can put the
You see, what looks to be one of the bugs that seem to be catching away from the ghoul as the ghoul returns back. He seems to have lost his mount, as you see Mary riding in on a bug of some sort, as they seem to be riding in with their mighty steed. You see
A
the
mighty
bug just
steed.
kind of you see the bug just kind of goofily kind of staring with his eyes in two opposite directions.
I do not know what your obsession with this bug is.
He knows I hate it.
Mm.
He knows
You
he
see,
hates
you see
it.
the bug begin to like move its mandibles in such a way that it's just kind of like.
Hey, maybe it blooms to the beautiful butterfly.
Mm.
Nilo, like, though he's like on top of Shade's back, is just like
Um,
trying his best not to make eye contact with the
Yeah,
bugs at
yeah.
all.
You just I was originally just gonna be holding you, but you eventually just climbed onto my back.
Yeah, I legit like
It's
I
okay.
saw the bugs. It was just like I'm not doing
It's
it.
okay. It's okay, Nilo. You can rest up there for now. You seem very tired.
That's alright, Mila. I will go and tell your mother your relationship with Shade. Bring them with.
Carol, you don't even know my mom.
You're right. I know. But I can get to know
Mhm.
You see Mary coming back. Says, "Yes, yes, I am here. I was told to come here by the ghoul. What is your name again? It doesn't matter. Oh, hello there, Nilo. Welcome. Welcome back to the tower. I've had the ghouls been so busy cleaning up the tower. There's still so many cobwebs everywhere. Planks that seem to be all over. Such a messy tower. It's gonna be such improper for Belcourt to see.
Hello, Mary. So, I assume that your plan currently is to try and go to the 6th floor.
Yes, it seems we've been acquiring quite the army. We've been taking all the people that were, well, still left alive on the other floors. Very many people. We seem to work out an arrangement. As long as they
think-
allow us to use the resources in those rooms, we decide to leave them peacefully, as we just need to get everything we can to go to the 6th floor, and then soon we will have the 6th floor, which I am told has copious amounts of lab equipment in it. It's going to make fantastic recipes.
Mary, don't you think that it would be more important to fortify the first floor a bit more? Make it easier to defend? As there is
Defend? Who would attack? We are specifically trying to get to the bottom of this tower. Anyone trying to attack the first floor, might as well we'll just send them straight to the 7th floor, and then they can wipe out the 7th floor for us. Simple enough as is.
there is some
I don't
people
think
that
it's
is
so
enemies
simple.
of Nilo and their nation.
I was gonna say, I also wanted to warn y'all, there will be another nation, essentially, that will try and probably use this tower.
I have a question. Have you seen like a weird looking brown squirrel cow?
Brown
looking
mold?
thing?
Yes, there's much brown mold everywhere.
No.
Some cleric of some sort.
Like a mouse
It's weird.
with
Kind
a
of thing.
long tail and
Weird
big
squirrel.
ears.
You kind of think for a moment. Huh. While I don't have eyes all over, I will be sure in the next meeting to bring that up. And I'll see if any one of the ghouls have spotted such a creature.
Well, if you do see them, I don't know exactly what to say this in light terms, but do not let them live.
Essentially.
To make them unliving, I would be happy to make them a
Don't
ghoul.
even take that risk.
Actually, yeah, don't even. We don't need them alive or undead.
They are.
We
They might be
We-
very dangerous, even for the likes of you and your army.
also, I do have a question.
Mhm.
We weren't there whenever they were telling V about the fact that they probably already died, right?
Who?
Waited.
The 5. Whenever they were talking about V, it was just like, yes. We're just gonna basically kill you. And then you'll come back and work with us.
Yeah.
They
All
mentioned
of us went through it.
they mentioned something about a ritual that makes them very obedient to the whatever
That's
the
close
leader of the war is.
Close enough. I wouldn't doubt them using undead.
Mhm.
Well,
But yeah, no,
no,
we need
that's right.
them dead, not undead, Mary. But
And be
to
careful
make
of fire
sure,
magic.
we need. I can probably draw up what you'd be looking for, but the thing is, it's hard to just look for it because of where it is. Because all of them have the same thing.
We'll make sure. Well, as long as you promise to continue excavating the tower and all of its uninhabitable inhabitants, then I'd be happy
Which-
to.
Which we are going to still try and do, but currently there is a war going on, and we are very much a part of it now.
It'll be
But-
fun. Some family bonding.
Yeah, family bonding. There's still no way for me to talk to the person that y'all are planning on basically putting Belcora in.
Well, of course, we scheduled it in 2 weeks from. They kind of looks. It kind of looks. As she, you see her pull out a very aged journal that seems to have a lot of pages. Looks like we scheduled it in for 2 weeks from 2 days ago. It's only been 2 days since you last saw us, Nemo.
I know, but we really don't have time. Yeah, no, I get it.
What are those creatures that you're writing about, anyways?
Bugs.
We found them from the
Gross
first
fucking
floor.
bugs.
The ghouls seemed to come up here, and there was a bunch of eggs lying around some of the rooms, up in the rafts and up in the various elements here. And they said, "Well, I'm sure there was a single misfit that seemed to be he was alive, but we kind of turned him into a ghoul, so he's kind of unlive now. But he showed us the master of writing these beautiful creatures, such elegance about them, such bulk. It seems that they can withstand so many blows with their rough interiors," she says, as you kind of see her patting the back of the maggot. And it
Just-
says, "These things."
Tyrion's just looking at Anilo with a smile and somewhat like closed eyes, just like looking. But Tyrion's not smiling on the inside.
Yeah, no. Actually, Nilo looks at Mary and just I know you have your whole schedule book, but is there a way I can draw something in there that's important?
Certainly, I can go. I can deliver any message to the higher up as you need.
So, what is the thing that you're doing on the 6th floor exactly? There's a lab, you say?
Yes, well, first we have to take over the 6th floor and see what's in the 6th floor. And that is also connected to the arena. Many of the ghouls, after they fled from the war, they've been trying to, get up their spirits, and nothing has spirits like a good old tournament. So we're gonna host a tournament in honor of, the new tower that we're seem to be building. So we're gonna host a tournament on the 6th and 5th floor, and we're going to have a massive battle, but in order to do that, we must clear out the tower of the 5th and 6th floor. So we're amassing the army for the eventual taking over of the floor.
Do you think that we should probably be a part of this to make sure that if there's anything important that is not lost?
I mean, yeah, but yeah. But
The
we
devil.
also yeah, we do. we need to make sure.
Well, I think that we should probably go ahead and get our party grouped up together within time. When are you going to take the sixth floor, by the way? In what
We're
window,
hoping.
okay.
Well, we're hoping next time the floors in the tower seems to reset its energy. We'll make sure to buff some of our, well, some of the other people as well. Make sure to enhance ourselves with the tower's energy, and we're gonna storm the sixth floor that way. Probably next time we get to see the, next time the tower seems to regenerate its power.
So essentially midnight. I don't think we'll be available around midnight.
Well, we did send out a scouting party, so it may be the next day. We're still gonna see how much power.
We'll try and
Yeah.
visit during the day of tomorrow.
We'll try
So
to
that we
come
can
by
figure
tomorrow
out-
night if you can go ahead and hold back your army so we can maybe assist and preserve any lost secrets.
Which also I need to technically you are like second in charge essentially right now, yeah.
Yes, I've earned my way and I've earned my keep here very well.
Teriel, I'm going to need your help writing something. Because I sure as hell can't right now.
Tyrael smiling. Just like
Neela just glares at Teriel and is just like, just help me.
as you wish, Your Highness.
I'm gonna slap you.
Mhm.
Okay.
And it-
I thought I heard Bria.
He's just
I
laughing
was-
at him.
That's fine. I was gonna cut in say, but you guys were in
Shane's
conversation.
just like saying
You can always just
quietly.
cut in.
This is
Yeah.
literally a roleplay, Brio.
Okay.
It's a
I was gonna say,
roleplay.
It's like, I will admit, with this you can cut in. This isn't our normal
Yeah.
conversations where both of
Because
us
I-
apologize. to
Mary,
each other.
this is Shade. Shade, Mary.
Mary.
You kind of see, you know, it's like, oh, you have such a. Can we get eggs of him too? We've been only growing
Fine.
maggots so far.
I don't.
Oh no, you would
I
have
don't
to
even
ask
know if
Shade
he can
of what he
do
wants.
that.
Maybe I can. I'm.
Does
One.
your mount produce any eggs by chance?
I do not believe so.
I am not their mounts, Mary. I'm Shade. I am merely helping Nilo out since they are very tired and worn out from a fight earlier.
Nilo just like crosses both of his arms, putting them on top of your head, and just leans over and it's just like, yeah. So yeah, this is just a new party member. He's earning his keep.
Kind of sounds
Don't
such a
worry.
good boy.
You see his eye
Yes,
twitching.
he is.
He is very
You,
shy.
you see him stand up a bit as he like starts sliding down a little bit, so you're like getting closer to the bug.
You say that. Nilo can just fly off and fall immediately, but he can fly back.
He's just don't test. But
All you get is like his like hind claws are like trying to get back onto your back, so he's slightly clawing you.
It's
mhm.
just like a cat trying to go play.
Oh, yeah, okay.
She's like, I don't want it.
Yeah. Yes.
No, but seriously, this is a new party member. His name is Shade, and no, I do not believe he produces eggs.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Shame. Have a miniature dragon army would be so useful taking the other floors.
Yeah.
Shame, we'll have to
miniature
find. We'll have
dragon
to. Maybe
army.
we'll find some dragon eggs on our excursions out of the tower.
Mhm.
Maybe you can
I
find some type of undead dragon and just have all the ghouls just hide inside
Mm.
his stomach just to be expelled out
Mm.
over the enemy.
If we did have enough dragon bones, you kind of see some ideas churning. I must go. Steed, take me away. I have some planning to do.
Mary, I had to write something. Okay.
Mary leaves. So
God
you're
damn it.
a prince then, from hearing from Teriel that this army, this war, is your kingdom coming.
Yes, but we are not the
There's two.
Technically, there is no bad guy, but like we are not
Technically,
the ones
there's
who are
no bad
causing
guy. I
arson.
don't
Well,
know
there's,
about that part.
well, there's no bad guy. There's just the kingdom that survives, the kingdom that dies. I see that in the chat.
Lone Dragon headed to 7th floor. Thank you.
No,
What
it's
is
like
so? What
Nemo's
is
gonna like, yeah.
what is this other nation that is coming to attack your kingdom, or has I don't know the context of this war? If you
I
could
don't know the
explain.
context either. All I know
What
is
do
that they
you
tried to
mean?
kill
All of us know the
people.
same amount of context.
Shay doesn't.
So,
Okay, I know you don't. I was talking to Terriel specifically.
I'm talking about the holy magics and all that, and apparently your parents are. Still at notes. Fiends?
Yes, my parents are fiends. Shut up.
Perfect.
Okay.
So
So
your fiend.
basically, it is.
I'm not one to judge too much, but it's just not
So,
looking very
so essentially, it's my nation of Sonalia versus the enemy, who has been doing a lot of arson, which is Black Hill
Awesome.
Warden.
Well, all I know is that
Black
they tried to kill a child using undead
They try to kill a
to
child.
get
They
to
try to
Nilo,
kill
so
me
that's enough for me at least
twice.
to fuck them
They
up.
also try to kill V, which they sort of succeeded. Actually, no, that was you. But yeah,
Congratulations, you're the first party member to have killed another one in our party.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not. It wasn't intended, and I very much apologize to her.
It's not Nilo that you should really apologize to.
Well, it should be. I don't know the name of that party member.
V.
That V.
Yes.
Well, I will apologize to him. I did apologize to Nilo first because I did attack them, which did also cause this issue of your friend dying, then coming back.
yet again, I will admit, V really shouldn't have went on his own.
Oh, I
But-
agree. 1000%. We should go on our own to the 6th floor, actually.
Us to our 6th floor.
Just us three, right?
I don't know.
So,
I mean,
no.
how much time is there to I mean,
There's
You
only
can't tell
there's
that we
only
started
there's
We'll
only
build the 6th floor
two
tomorrow.
there's only two hydras on the 6th floor.
We will deal with the 6th floor tomorrow.
Mm.
But for now, Teriel, please help me write something.
Alright, what is it?
Mm.
You know what? Let's go make our way back where there's no prying eyes.
No, that's fine. I get it. Nilo, like, points to the town as he's still, like, on, like, Shade's back. And just like, that
Mhm.
way.
You know, you can
Um,
you just say north, east, south, west. You can say instead
that
of
way. I
point.
don't know directions. The fuck do you think I am? A human compass?
Let me just.
Well,
I'm
you're
not even
obviously-
human. I'm a fucking cat.
well, yes. I can also smell your dead.
Do you want to just ask questions about me? Is that where this is going? Because I'll answer.
Well, I'm assuming a vampire by the way you bit me. And your fangs. I do know a lot about undead.
I would think so.
Oh yeah,
Nothing like
roll me
eat
a
it.
Constitution save. Shade
Shit, me a constitution save?
for being bitten by Nilo.
Uh oh.
Okay, you're good for now.
Good for
Uh,
now.
I don't do you know how vampirism works with? I have
Do
to be
you
killed by-
know how vampirism works in my head, sir?
No, you haven't
Then
said
that's all that
anything.
matters. That's all that
Uh-huh.
matters.
So what should they roll for my biting them because I'm undead
Hey,
dragon?
Saber, roll a Constitution saving throw. Roll a Fortitude saving throw.
You'll become a you'll slowly,
Fortitude?
you'll
Yeah,
Got it.
Fortitude.
slowly going to become a dragon.
You'll be good for now.
A dragon vampire.
And a vampire dragon.
Alright.
Okay. Okay. Basically, you know where we came from? Go back to the town.
Go back that way. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. So, while we're traveling, mind telling me about your other party members, since I haven't met them yet? Would be nice to at least know who else I'll be working with.
So,
in this party and
we
well,
got
war.
Elashi,
Lashy.
who I don't believe. No, we did. So yeah, we got Elashi, we got V, who
You don't even
sees something.
know the Leshy's name. Because hasn't given it to you yet.
You haven't
Unlushy.
given them your name yet.
And in
Room 2,
technicality,
electric
even if we
boogaloo.
go from like, this is the time before, even then, that night you didn't even tell Nilo a name either.
Yeah,
So
to be
No,
fair,
that's
you
what I
haven't yet.
mean. That's what I mean.
You just see
Farrah
it.
hasn't told you guys her name yet because she hasn't talked to you guys because you've been dicking around the tower all night.
You see, also on
Yeah.
your way,
Wait,
on your way to the tower, you just managed to run by, and you see an excavation party of various ghouls led by Alan Rosk, who has reluctantly decided to finally participate in the
Mhm.
ghoul army, even though he thinks he's way better than them in every single way.
Ain't
You
bad.
also see an undead kobold that
Mhm.
just seems to be going around. He isn't really sure how he's helping, but he's there, and that's what matters to him.
What is with the
I really
undead
like this one.
kobold? I
Mhm.
don't believe I've ever seen that.
There was the
Ever.
kobold bones from the kobold room
Yeah,
with the table
Mhm.
from like episode
Yeah, I know.
2.
I was saying, no, I recognize it. I'm just saying, like, he's never
Mhm.
seen it
Mhm.
moving.
Yeah, the soul energy was a little bit funky one night, and it got animated. So now it doesn't really have a purpose, so it just kind of wanders with the ghouls.
Yo, danger puppy. I miss that thing. I don't have fish pastries to give it.
You just see
I
it
really
going
wish I had
around
that book.
stinging various wildlife and consuming it.
Mhm.
That's
Mostly
so
small
great.
animals.
I
There
can't see
is.
what the hell it is because it's gray on my map.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
okay.
is a large amount of undead. Hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
let
I-
me make sure you have actually have a token in there.
I can't see anything because everything's gray.
Toriel can't see. It's
This
too
is
dark.
just a passing scene, just for y'all to just to show you there. I did put them somewhere. They seem to be
You
going
did.
No,
somewhere.
Scrolling
I
not
get it.
loaded, but what the
Put 'em
hell is just
somewhere.
going around? What the hell?
Hmm.
You see various ghouls who seem to be picking every single like they each trying to find like one unique flower of every single variant possible in the entire forest. They just seem to want one of everything because they don't know what they're going to need, so they just want to make sure they get at least
Grabbing
one of
everything.
everything.
Mhm.
In
They may or
reality,
may
need
not be
two
good
of
for the local.
everything.
They may or may
Oh,
not
it's
be good for
definitely
the
not
local
great.
wildlife right now, but
Mhm.
We should probably
Yeah.
tell them not to be doing that too much.
Mhm.
And, like,
Yeah, we'll come back.
Until later.
I think we're gonna have some problems with the ghouls and druids.
We're
Well,
gonna have problems with a lot of things. I'm sorry, Teriel. This is just how it's been.
and as soon as you don't even know the amount of ghouls you have to
Man,
deal
I'm
with.
saying the simplistic solution is to
Mhm.
eradicate them.
Wow.
eradicate.
I am very good at taking care of undead creatures, but
But
how many are there?
it's like at least 100.
Well, take them out in groups. In small groups, you'll eventually clear away enough that they can't repopulate fast enough.
And once they find out you've been doing that, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
no.
fun time.
Okay.
Fun.
We're fine with talking about it. I'm not saying I'm going to do it.
I feel as if at the tower, the rest of you all seeing Vera and Bloom and Neva and Owlie and Yen still there, along with V. They see as you can make your back way to town, you see them still chilling by Bloom's vigil.
Okay.
Gonna go to V. So, V. I have a question. Can you? What is it like? V.
1
He's
second.
playing League of Legends.
Uh,
Playing League of Legends.
As you do, as you walk back, as you see kind of Farah and Yen talking, she just kind of gives a soft smile to the rest of the group and says, Looks like it's getting close to midnight. I must be in. So many things to do at night, being an innkeeper and everything. Farah, I must be off now. Such a pleasure meeting you. She heads back to the inn before midnight.
So, have you been having some time to yourselves here? How was the night, by the way, sort of, anyways? In terms of, like, just the way it looks, weather and such, if that matters. It's very quiet. I feel like I asked a question.
Yeah.
They seem to be very focused and mourning at this moment. Especially V is just very mourning.
Especially V.
Listen, it's been 2 hours and finally someone says something to me, alright? I stepped away.
I'm sorry about that. Don't worry,
No, I get
it's your favorite face to see.
Well, I would like to apologize to you, V, for what happened earlier. Hopefully, no hard feelings. Oh,
Whatever.
well,
Not much that can be done at this point.
well, that is true. That's very true. And it seems like I will be joining you after that yell. Me and Nilo here as I look, like, nudge my head up towards Nilo, still on my back, being carried by me.
It seems
Roll
like
the
they're in a
fortitude save,
relationship
Nemo.
already.
What happened to them this time?
Oh, they very tired, very worn out.
Yeah, that
Typical
I
fortitude
had
save.
too much speedy and it ran out bad. I
Why are you
didn't
trying to
fist.
punch me?
I didn't
Why are
know
you
what the fuck.
trying to
This powerful
Oh,
fist
God.
just punches.
Give me a
comes in like
fortitude
Mike
save,
Tyson.
Nemo.
Don't punch your person that's carrying you.
It's the Yoshi.
Oh my.
Goes
Yeah,
over
so
the
my-
river, just puts him in the river.
Okay. Are you
I
are you
didn't
just
do it.
entirely worn out, Nilo?
Yeah. Okay, so basically, I just had like really much, like so many speedy. I just started to be drained.
Well, the Dima started again. Here, Neil, as he's gonna offer, like, he's gonna set you down and offer his arm here. It seems like you're hungry. At least take a bite and restore your energy.
No, that's gross.
No,
You're gross.
you're gross.
Gross.
Gross. Give me rabbit.
Broken, but still
Well,
good.
would you rather be exhausted on the floor, not able to do anything, or at least have some
I'd
of your
rather
energy
be
back?
exhausted than bite the dragon who's now a part of my party.
Well, I bit you as well. It's only
I
fair.
already bit you.
I have
Yes.
some extra vials of blood if you need.
Uh, are they always
guys-
this
are you-
difficult?
So it,
Are you guys at the vigil?
Yes.
They're
Yes.
just
Having a
They're just,
conversation.
they're just at the vigil
see,
causing
they're
a scene.
bickering like a couple already.
I
you see?
just
The
I
perfect
just
fit.
overhear them after like carving the bow, string the bow on my back, walk over, go to bed.
I
All
want
of you.
to, but I can't go to bed. I
Nilo's
need to carry-
broken.
Nilo,
No, you can go to bed, and then you can
I-
hate both of them in the morning.
I am
I is-
sleepy.
Nilo's very tired.
Go.
I'll put him to bed.
Neil's like
Nilo's
in such
gone.
a like tired, like not even drunken state, but he's so tired. He's like in a drunken state there. He's just like holding on to Shay, just like I want sleepy.
What effect is making you pulsate?
They're invisible for me, and not even
I-
pulsating.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
they're
I'm
invisible
I'm
now.
invisible.
Why are you pulsating?
I don't know.
I'm looking on. Yeah, wait. I'm looking at your two now. They're pulsating when I'm
Yeah,
looking at the
yeah,
stream.
on the
No.
stream I'm pulsating. I don't
V-
know.
Yeah.
don't ask me.
Oh, you're shrinking.
Oh, I am now.
Oh, you are
I don't-
pulsating.
What in
don't
the
know
world?
What
you're talking
effect
about.
is making you pulsate?
Nilo, what
Being
are you doing?
broken, I don't know.
Nilo, what are you doing on my back?
Neil, you seem to be breathing heavily over there.
Why do you think I'm breathing heavily? I'm dying.
Then take us. Then take a sip.
What?
It's not that much of a deal. I'd rather you not die.
I do have a
What?
question, V, actually. How does it feel? Can you
It's
tell
what?
me?
Well, now they're multiplying.
How did
No,
you?
tell-
There we go.
No, they're sideways.
I didn't do it this time.
V.
But yeah, no, Daryl's talking to me.
Oh my god, what the hell's going on?
Everything is happening.
Everything's happening.
There we go.
Let's dial this back. V, can you feel anything?
Keep talking for a
Metaphorically,
second.
physically, spiritually,
Keep talking for a
ironically.
Yeah.
Mentally.
Here, I'll keep
Can you
talking.
feel
I'll
anything physically at
All
all?
people hear from Nilo now is just snoring because he just conked out.
He
upon
pulsated
Shade's
enough till he
back.
fell asleep.
I'm gonna
Just
put
him
Neil back.
purring.
I'm gonna put Neil
Physically, I
on
mean,
my back.
not much more than like resistance. I can still feel disdain. You can
Full.
stop talking now.
Still feel edge.
I'm just wondering how it is. I've never seen a automaton before.
It's not as cold as I was expecting.
Intriguing. I have not seen an automaton. I've heard stories of them, but have not seen one myself as well. Quite peculiar. His needle purrs on my back like it's in like the cat sleeping position.
Jesus Christ.
It's been a long time since I've seen one, especially of this size.
What, a cat?
Now, this is why
That's why I don't get this big. I like to tell you that, especially
Or a dragon?
there's two of them
Dragon.
now.
Dragons do get quite
There's two
large.
of them now. What do you mean by that?
There's two of you. Can't tell the difference anymore.
It's very. That's very. I don't think there's two of us.
You're not hearing what I'm hearing.
Oh, well, it's I mean, you're a construct now, no organic life. I don't know how exactly everything functions differently.
Maybe it's your audio receptors.
Your audio drives might need an update.
Yeah.
Louis,
Somewhere.
it's such a sad sight to see my bones all on the floor like that. It's such a sad sight indeed. You hear a voice in your head, V.
Wait, what?
I was supposed to be the hero for the town, and now they put me to rest in the proper space. It's such a sad sight to see my own bones. I only had them for such a short time.
Oh.
Wait,
So-
is me the only one that hears this?
Yes,
That's
it
fine,
is.
He's
It's
like-
V.
Is
He's
V like
oh shit, I'm schizophrenic now.
is V saying this, or is it just them hearing this?
It is just them hearing this.
Okay, I just was wondering if they just randomly started talking about that. I would have been very confused.
Ignoring it.
And no response.
I'm just gonna go ahead and look at one of the bones. You know what? I'm pretty sure he would like it. Maybe like it. Is there any actual good bones of any quality?
Are you going to touch the bone?
Sure, why not?
V, I need you to roll me a will save.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what save?
A will
will.
save.
I'm curious as to why.
I'm also curious.
Good point in that.
Uh-oh.
Okay, good.
You reach out, V, your arm reaches out to begin to strike Teriel, but then at the very last second, you pull your arm back.
Wait a minute, hold on. If you had told me, hold on, no, I got the right roll for you. Let me hear
You
him
just
with that.
feel that this is the
Let me
point
hear
where-
fucking
To
this.
be fair, you did miss, so I mean it is fitting to how
Yeah.
you
No, I'm hero pointing it. Hold on.
did. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you're pointing.
Hero points in the crit. Hero.
I can't right click on it for some reason.
Just
Oh, it's okay. Just
Yeah.
roll with it.
okay. No, you definitely missed.
You go and attempt to you feel yourself like as Tyrio begins to go to pick up one of the bones, you say, "This is my vigil! How dare you interrupt my vigil!" You just hear in your head as you feel your right arm just go out and try to punch Tyrio directly in like the face as he's bending down to pick up the bones. But you manage to get control of yourself just in time that the rest of you all just see you as a character just like punch forward and then just stop right before it hits Tyrio. And you're just gonna stand there for a moment with your fist right next to his face.
I'm just holding onto a good sizable bone here. Just like,
I'm
man, it
just
feels like Otari's right here, right now with us. I'm sure if he was here, he would want something else to remember him by.
you hear a loud cracking as you rip out a bone.
He would absolutely put down his life on the line for us. It is
So
it is
what I'm
quite amazing.
hearing is I am driven to stop him from doing this. Correct?
At least your right arm is.
All right. With my
Right
left.
arm.
All right. Agreeing with my right arm. Can I grab him with my left arm?
Yes.
Let's go. I don't actually know how to roll for that. What is that?
So you need to add the grapple action to your
You
sheet,
can
and then
just
you
use unarmed attack. You also
I
can
think
just use
it,
unarmed.
it actually might be
Grapple
high.
actually
Might be. I actually
No,
think
it's
it's
not.
higher for him.
It's not. I can tell you it's not.
Yeah, just add.
Grapple with
V
that
has a
unarmed attack?
V has a 15 to athletics. They have a 16 to hit with their unarmed attack.
Yeah, you can just go off of that. You should be able to roll the athletics. I just pulled the grapple action off of myself. There you go.
You're attempting. You're
That also
attempting.
fails.
You're flailing. It's you are still not used
I'll
to
burn
this
my
fight.
I'll burn. What the fuck? It went down one again.
Yeah.
It was just like moving in a way that he just doesn't even knows that this is going on.
You are very
Just standing
unfamiliar.
behind it with the hands like around his neck but not touching.
So I would like to mention that Shay's just watching you do this, by the way. He's just looking at you as you're trying to, like, grab, then somehow miss Teriel sitting down,
rolls.
messing with bones.
These rolls, just the 18 into 17 into 19 into 18. You are not used to your body yet, V. You are unfamiliar with how your body works. Fair as you see, like, V begin to stumble, as they seem to be trying to get to, like, use their bones, like, to work, but without actually having, like, a bone frame to work off. You just see them kind of, like, fall down and, like, put both their, kind of laying with their hands on their knees a little bit, as they seem to kind of, like, fall to the ground, not fully aware how to use their body yet.
V, do you think it would be distasteful to actually maybe turn some of the bones of Otari into a weapon or a piece of armor to forever defend the city of Otari?
Question, do the bones have any necrotic energy left in them? Out of
Nope.
curiosity.
He starts freaking eating them.
Nope.
I wasn't gonna eat them in public.
The bones were basically sucked dry to where all of the stuff inside the bone was just sucked out by the magic.
And then
It
a
came-
soul gem was left that
Yeah,
Nilo
and
picked
then
up.
Then it went into V. After it was sucked out, it went into V.
I'm gonna check in with Otari in my head. Is that disgraceful or no?
He kind of says, "A weapon? Yes, every single hero needs to be made into a weapon at some point. Yes, tell your faithful steed there to hand over and make myself a beautiful weapon so I can be remembered through the ages. Lorraine."
Hey, horse. Otari wants you to turn him into a weapon. He says it's cool.
Horse. Still looks around.
Yeah, you. The jaw one. Blondie. Book
I-
boy.
Teriel, I'm glad
Yes.
that you can actually, pronounce more than one syllable.
Those long ears he wasn't meant for. Gonna see him giggling to he's gonna laugh to himself, pointing at the large ears of the elf.
Well, we'll go ahead and see what we can do. Maybe there's something that we can do with the soul stone that Neela has.
So he's gonna like
The soul stone is currently empty of soul.
Yeah. For now.
just needs a little bit of a recharge.
If you would like to,
It's fully sealed in a compartment. It ain't. It's not like Iron Man.
you got the soul gem just
No, doesn't
chilling.
Nilo have the soul
No,
stone?
Yeah, Neela
Nilo
has
has
the
a soul
gem.
gem. You won't
I
create
thought
it
it was
with the soul
armor.
gem. Nope.
No, all the
Neela
energy
just-
was sucked out of the soul gem into your armor.
I'm sure V would love some advice on how to handle their new body after reforming this. They were very unfamiliar with how it feels to be in something that isn't the body that they grew up with. They may need some help for you. Get above a 3.
I mean, I get a third action technically. Hold on.
So
If
help.
you get third action.
All with map penalty.
Ah. We're not in combat. There's no map.
No.
I'll just see you can like roll anything above a 5. I will give you one last shot to try to
One
stabilize
last
yourself.
shot.
Come on, just
No,
Aww.
It's not meant to be.
You somehow don't know. You tried.
thank God we aren't in combat.
I told you I have a curse.
I'm in combat in my heart.
This is literally my own boon and curse.
I'm just-
This confirms
Constant one. I would like to think that this is just V goes for one last hit and just does not aim direct, just aims directly down. He doesn't know how to use his joints yet.
Yeah, like I said, V's gonna need some help adjusting to the new body. He is not able to fully be aware of his full body capabilities yet.
I literally told you that. I told you even before that I literally have a good chance of winning because this shit happens all the time.
Yes. Well,
You weren't even targeted. That was the sad part. He didn't even target you.
yeah, exactly. He didn't target him. That's why he didn't hit at all. So there was no target.
He's gonna
Hold
tell
on.
us that.
The reason why you wouldn't have won is because I can still stop all your magic.
No, that's fine.
So what?
It's still
Pulse
good.
magic. There's ways. There's shield feats. I'm assuming it's like.
Well, no, I
Guessing
meant the
he has
thing that absorbs the.
arcane thing.
He
Well,
has
I was talking about
absorbing
before
magic.
the absorb magic thing.
If you just hit him with a sword, that still hurts. If he just hits you with your sword, it still hurts you.
All you hear from Nilo is just mumbling of fine as he goes back to sleep.
I don't even know the possibility of rolling below a 3 5 times in a row with a D20. I don't even know the
It's
possibility.
very low
It's
chance.
under a 6.7% chance, I think.
The 19 was the 3. It was a 2, a 1, a 3, a 2, a 1.
I know. We know how math works.
I don't even. How does that even?
Do we? Do we really?
Do we
You're
really?
yourself.
You're drunk. Go back to sleep.
Go back to sleep, Nilo.
Oh yeah, Nilo, get back on his back. There we go.
Yeah, get
Back on his back.
Alright.
And with that,
Carry on.
you could go it.
I was gonna say, Teriel, if you would like to make a weapon on this body, I know a lot about undead. You could probably help you find the correct bones, and they're more strong than the rest to make this weapon out of.
What's the blacksmith?
And I could
But-
also help make a weapon.
Well, if we
I've
find the
crafted
femur, it
weapons
should
before.
be
Yeah.
it should be one of the strongest parts of the.
I have a lot of knowledge about undead bodies.
So, Esoteria, which bone do you take?
All right. There's a couple things, right? Realistically, the femur might be one of the best things actually to take because it is one of the strongest bones in the body.
Well, yeah, it's strong and a large bone in the body.
It's a large bone, and you have a lot to work with. You could also thematically choose to go with the swine because that is just something that would be sick nasty. But honestly,
could-
I do not. I will probably pick
So could
those
go.
between those two things. Maybe
Could also
make
go
it a
with this.
pair.
Could make it. We could also go with the skull. Make a club out of it.
Let's
Um,
see. I mean,
You have very many options when working with a body this size.
I'm just thinking, just looking at thinking of how Atari fought, right? He was big, and he was pretty much, for the most part, somewhat a brute because of their
Right.
stature, but very
Big,
athletic. So
big,
maybe we should
large,
probably make
destructive.
some knuckle dusters of some sort.
Nickel dusters. Well, big, large, destructive. Normally, big axe, big hammer. But
I
you do
don't
seem
think.
like more
I
of a
don't think he.
one-handed.
Yeah, I don't think that he really used weapons other than
Mm.
his fists. So it would make sense to
Knuckle dusters would fit more
knuckle
regularly.
dusters completed with armor set, possibly.
How about a gauntlet? That seems fitting, doesn't it?
Yeah. Why does it feel like there's two of us now?
Why does it feel there's two of us now? Because I'm different. I don't know. Because it's the idea.
Is
Yeah.
this how you go ahead and go about your day? Just reflecting off other people to match their vibe?
Honestly, didn't hear that my audio cut out.
You go about your day talking with other people, trying to match their vibe, trying to fit in.
Try to match their vibe.
You know, their
Their way of speaking.
presence or
Present. Well, just having a nice conversation,
tone.
trying to help you out.
Yeah.
That's all. How is it? How maybe it's you're copying my way of speech instead of me copying yours. That also could be an
As
option.
far as I know, if I'm the only one that talks like this compared to everyone else.
Well then, okay.
I mean, just be honest with yourself.
Pick the others. Mhm. It's just
That,
By the way, I always saw you with a big shield. Is that all you have as a weapon?
well, I only need a shield for what I do.
What
One
does it
shield.
do?
Are there now
Oh.
two of us that only have a shield?
Ah, you also only use a shield.
I do.
Ah.
Oh no, mine is the spell blocking one.
You have a spell blocking one. It's like you want to compare shields now. You see, I
No.
have this fire.
Yours is technically one level higher, Shade. Yours is level 7. Yours is level
Mine is
6.
a sturdy shield. Very exquisite material. Also, I wasn't trying to copy Terry always. I actually have not seen what most of your character does. I was just trying to go what I would normally go for. a
They
character like
haven't
this.
done their character yet. They literally have just been born, essentially.
You remind me of a. You just remind me of someone I know.
Hmm.
Someone shorter.
Someone shorter. Do they have a friend with them? Out of curiosity. Maybe a slightly larger.
Yeah, maybe. I think so.
No idea who you're talking about. But it does ring slight of it's
You
what
don't
we're
seem
doing.
to be. You definitely don't seem to be like a normal dragon by
Well,
any means of what that means.
by any means, I do have some slight differences from other dragons. But
Like eating negative energy and turning into
Well-
a nuclear bomb.
well, an angry bomb that is also new for me. But eating undead things is very common for undead dragon. Though I wouldn't consider myself very
And
so-called normal from undead dragons.
And what is the Umbral Dragon doing so far from the plane of the Shadowfell?
Well, let's say a little incident happened that got me sent here, and it was just a little bit of let's say, a little incident happened. I think that's the best way to explain it.
Just the incident.
Did you
could
get
say.
banished from the Shadow Realm?
Nilo, go back to sleep.
Also,
just
I have
like
a
he was like, wait.
Just
he's,
Yellow
like,
Shadow.
he's just like hearing everything. It's just like he's
He is exactly like
He's
that.
in
That
and
is
out.
exactly
It's like he's constantly like in and out of like sleep. It's just like that's funny.
That's funny. Well,
I have a curious question.
yes.
Is Shade wearing the whatever collar or whatever?
Yes, he is. He is always wearing the collar. Even when he changes armor, the collar does not change.
I
was
have a
just curious.
question.
It like
Sure.
pulses. It pulses very slightly.
I also have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Did your character get banished because they lost a card game?
No, not a card.
Alright, you didn't get review first
dice
Yu-Gi-Oh.
game?
They did
Not a-
play they did play stupid games to win stupid prizes though.
Play poker?
You guys don't know. No card game. Okay. Also, it wasn't a banishment, just an accident that happened that caused me to come here. That is all. I'd rather not
What is
talk
it
about.
Why were you just wandering through Atari and starved?
I also would rather not talk about it. Next subject.
Next
Next
subject. Okay.
Alright.
And
What
if
subject?
and the last thing, I was just hungry. That is all. Haven't eaten an undead in a long time.
We should
But
probably
next,
take. We should probably take their highness.
yes, their highness, who is currently sleeping on my back, to an actual bed. Probably more comfortable
I
for
was
me.
say, if you try and move Nilo, he is going to basically choke Shade. Like how
Okay.
he is right now. His arms are over Shade's shoulders.
So are you
If
currently?
try
Are you
to take him?
okay?
He is
I have
going to
a-
slowly
I will
grab
go ahead
onto
and-
the dude's neck.
important. Okay, important question. Are you
will-
currently touching his collar? I need to know this.
Not
I'll go
yet.
ahead
He's
and-
just
Not
arms
yet.
over
Okay,
shoulder.
don't.
If someone
okay.
tries to take him, he will, because he's
Well,
going
go
to, in
ahead.
the process, choke you.
Please do not touch. Okay, out of character. Don't touch the collar because like something down with if someone ever touches it. It's not-
I will accompany you. That way,
Mm.
there's no promiscuous rumors going around town.
Well, as seen as they are, as people already.
Grown dragon to the tavern.
Just bring
Bro,
a big grown dragon to the
Dragon.
tavern.
Grown dragon carrying the dude who's supposed to be in charge of the militia that comes in.
Yes,
There
I'm
will
just.
be rumors of you riding a dragon and taming a dragon by morning. So.
Mhm.
He's just dead asleep. He's just
You're dead asleep, and now I have to deal with these rumors, but
Could
I
also
don't care.
just throw a blanket over you.
Oh, probably that's how sleep's gonna go. It's like I try to slightly lift you off, and you immediately grab onto me.
Just like the claws
yeah, you're
come out,
going.
digging
Yeah,
into your
exactly.
shoulder.
It's like there's going to be some clawing if you try and move him. He is comfortable.
You know, this is not how I was.
So-
No, this is not.
There's a little area right out here outside the tavern.
You know, this is not how I was planning to fall asleep.
Well, too bad now, ain't it?
That's your
Nilo
apology.
will eventually come off because he has
Eventually-
to for what
eventually-
happens in the morning. He's going to end up in his
Eventually,
own
you'll be.
bed.
Eventually, you'll be done riding the dragon.
Oops.
Nilo will never be done riding the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
You will be a transport.
I figured at this point it would be. Though he's fine. He's fine with you doing it because of reasons he told you. But out of never, yeah, out of character, and yeah, in character reason for him not told you. Fair. Fine. I had a stroke.
Want to be close. It's just close.
I
to
had a-
want to be close to undead.
I had well, yeah. It's just say out of care. Let's say not you knowing Nilo is emergency food. So
Oh yeah, of
Needle's emergency food, like the way my cat is emergency rations.
There we
Hell, I had
go.
a stroke. I was too tired. I had a stroke.
We are
Okay.
good. Also, with that, we are good. I'm just gonna raid out, but y'all continue talking.
You know, puts a blanket over my. Someone, Terry, like, can you fetch a blanket for me?
Just
And
go ahead and put
the
a
br-
blanket over
the
you
br-
too. No big
Literally, you
deal.
put a blanket on him. Fucking Nilo like takes the blanket, rolls off onto a bed, and just like that's it.
rolls off onto. I wasn't
Rolls
even
off. That's fine.
I-
Rolls off
on the
onto
floor.
ground.
Stands up, fully falls 10 feet onto the floor. Oh, there. I'm gonna pick you up and put you in the bed. There. Now the little prince can have their royal slumber.
All you hear from Nilo is just eggy.
Achy,
And
you
no
want?
other,
Hey,
You
no
want
other
some-
context.
I'm gonna
Eggy.
sees that their egg fell out, put it next to them on their bed.
They cuddle the egg to sleep. It's very warm.
Yes, he cuddles with it. He curls up and just holds it
Mm-hmm.
very happily.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a great place to
Terry-
officially end the stream.